right. So, Steve, thank you for being on as a Trip Outside outfitter. We have hundreds of outfitters. Some are just starting out in their journey within the first couple of years. Others, like you, have been running an outfitting shop for many years. And we wanted to ask, what are some best practices to get, you guys are managing really big trips, really big groups. It's a big trip to the Boundary Waters. How do you manage to keep up the extremely high reviews that you have over years and years?
Mhm.
What are some of your best
Mhm.
practices for tours or rentals and managing those high customer expectations and delivering on those?
Mhm. Well, I mean, there's certainly a lot of things and a lot of ingredients to go into it, but I think starting with the bones, with the basics, just having great gear because we rent only the best when it comes to canoes and packs and sleeping gear and food, everything else, everything that we include in our outfitting package is brand new every year. It's all the best that you can buy. I think that's a good start, but that's just that's just the nuts and bolts. But really, what I think sets us apart from a lot of outfitters is we do this. We're not just people who run a business. We're people who love this place and experience it as much as we possibly can. I mean, I'm out every week, at least on day trips. Our outfitting staff is constantly going out in the wilderness on their days off and taking long trips when they have vacation. We've grown up here. We've become wilderness addicts because of the Boundary Waters, so we know it. It's like our home base, and I think that's true of most good outfitters that they not only sell trip and sell good gear, rent good gear, but they also love the place where they work. So that's what I think makes us a friendly place with the right information and with the right attitude about wilderness. Lots
I
of
think,
things go into being a
sure,
great outfitter, but
it's definitely a
attitude is
loaded
one.
question and we could go into so many things, but those are really, really high valuable points. So, with the first point, you probably then need to have a good strategy to sell the used gear at the end of the year so you can afford to keep getting new stuff. So, what are some things that you
Hmm.
do to make
Hmm.
sure you don't have so much inventory of new stuff that you're sitting on year after year. So have you guys gotten in a routine and a rhythm of selling off old gear? And how do you
Hmm.
try to do that? Is it tent sale? What are some
Hmm.
best practices around selling old gear?
Well, we're pretty lucky because we publish a catalog. So we're a retailer as well as an outfitter, and we publish a catalog that we mail to about 600,000 people. So we
Wow.
have a we have a presence on the web that's pretty big, and we have a catalog that's widely distributed. So we advertise in that. That's kind of our main marketing, and we've used that to sell off all of that used gear before it actually gets overused. I think
Hmm.
it's easy to hang on to stuff until it's way too late and it's worthless. A canoe pack that's only been used on maybe a dozen or at the most a couple dozen trips over the course of summer is still worth at least as much as we paid for it. So we try to get our wholesale value out of everything that we bought and everything that we rented for the year. We've got 140 Kevlar canoes. We sell every single one of them every year at the end of the season. Um, we don't make a lot of money on them. We don't at retail. We certainly don't sell them for much
Sure.
more than we paid for them, but we get brand new ones the next year. We never have to worry about old and overused gear.
That's amazing. That's so your 600,000 email list, years and years of basically acquiring customer emails, keeping them up to date, and then building that routine of getting frequent emails out and reminding the customers that this
Yeah,
happens every single year. Awesome. Well,
yeah.
thank
I
you.
mean, some people might. I was just going to say some people might think of it as self-destructive, but really that's not true. It's because a lot of people are going to come on a trip one time. They're going to say, "I'm going to buy my gear," and if we can give them a good deal on used gear, then I think it's good for them. It's good for us too. So there's a big base of people out there who've never done it. So we always have new customers every year and a lot of returning customers, and some of them we sell our gear to.
And you're not thinking short-term margin. It's really lifetime value of that customer. If they're going to keep coming back and keep buying gear.
And they keep telling their friends to come back too. So
Yeah.
it all works.
And are you guys doing this through e-commerce as well, or just mostly um, through the store? Are you shipping the used gear that obviously not
No,
canoes,
no, it's
but
yeah. We publish a physical catalog, and we
yeah,
mail it 8 times a year, and we have a shipping department, and this is our busiest season and just pre-Christmas. So for the next 8 weeks or so, we have a dozen or so people that are packing and shipping, and that's a that's a big part of what we do. It's a retail in the store, retail online, retail through the catalog, and our outfitting business.
wow,
It all
you're
works
truly
together.
omni-channel. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
that's keeping you busy, which is when the outfitting's dying down, you're transitioning into the shipping e-commerce. You're like a fulfillment store back there. That's
yeah. We keep
such a
we
good
keep
balance to your
we keep about
business.
we keep about 20 people full time year round, and we pay people well, and we have benefits for them, and they love being at this place in this little town of Ely at the end of the road, just like we do.
Sure.
We've been very fortunate to have available great applicants for any time we have a job opening, which isn't very often.
Right. Well, I know where to look because when I want to come live in Ely, I
Yeah.
will definitely be reaching out. But thank you
Well,
so
looking
much,
forward
Steve.
to seeing you.
This is really helpful
Yep,
for our
you bet.
outfitters, and it's the little things that we can all collaborate on, work together, share best practices, and grow together. So, really appreciate that.
I agree.